Welcome to Secondhand Surplus. We're here again in the DSB, as we always are, Desert Survivalist Bunker. Today for Fridays, Fridays are going to be like more of the general discussion days. I'm just going to pick a topic and kind of expound upon it at length. Eventually I'm going to run out of ideas, so if you guys have any good ideas for topics you want to see me cover, whether it be military surplus related, tactical gear related, or prepping, survivalism related, let me know. Feel free to comment your suggestions down below this video, or if you want to find us on Facebook, facebook.com/secondhandgruntsurplus. You can go ahead and post on the wall there your suggestions, and we'll get rolling with those, because every Friday we're going to be doing discussions. For today I kind of wanted to give an introduction to what military surplus is for anybody who hasn't or isn't, you're just stumbling across this video, you're like, oh, military surplus, canteens, or folding shovels. That's the breadth of your involvement with it. For those of you who are familiar with it, you obviously know, but I'd still like to do a little introduction. Military surplus is basically equipment built for the military that they no longer need, whether they've used it up or it's broken or whatever, snaps missing, pieces coming off, they don't need it, or it's overstock, like there was a lot of after World War II. They had production overruns, didn't really need any of it right at the end of World War II, so they just kept using it through Korea and in some cases into Vietnam. Or there's the just unneeded equipment. I have some equipment from the Army Land Warrior program, which was like a high-tech integration of high technology onto the average infantryman, and that program it's still around, but the gear that they developed for it, the Mole gear, they didn't need, so I ended up with a whole bunch of it and sold a whole bunch of it. It was brand new gear, they just didn't need it. It was an oddball system. So that's basically what surplus is. Now, how does surplus get out into the market? Well, there's basically back in the olden days, it was a lot of auctions. There is actually a DRMO. I remember, had to have been about 15 years ago. I was actually able to, closer than that, so say a dozen years ago. There were actually DRMOs where you could go in and kind of pick through the stuff and take in live auctions and so forth. DRMO standing for Defense Realization. Don't remember the last two words, but anyway. That was how the military got rid of stuff. Now there's basically kind of one outlet, and that is governmentliquidation.com. Not a sponsor. They are the auction site for all of the military surplus stuff that comes from the DoD out to the civilian population. It can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be military surplus. It can be computers. I've seen dental chairs. I've seen offices, furniture, all sorts of stuff that the DoD used and just doesn't need anymore, and that's how they get rid of it. The other major way is by servicemen coming out of the military. In the old days, and I guess to a certain extent still, more of the gear and equipment would get procured as the soldiers were leaving, bayonets, canteens, packs, that sort of stuff. Nowadays, from what I understand from a few of my friends who are in the Army, they pretty much let you take, if it touched your body, like clothing, basically if it's something you wore, they kind of let you take that, but not so much with the other gear. I've noticed, just because of the amount of stuff that's out there, the Army seems to be a little more relaxed, Army and Air Force, on what you get when you come out than the Marines are. The Marines in general use their stuff into the ground, so from what I understand, you don't get to take as much with you when you leave there. But anyway, but servicemen getting out of the service, are servicemen and women are is the other major way that you get surplus out into the civilian market. Now, surplus out in the civilian market, there's a lot of uses for it. Canteens, one of the most common. You can use them for hiking, that sort of stuff. Campers, preppers, airsoft people, paintball people, construction workers, all sorts of people use military surplus. There's a huge market for it. As a result, prices are kind of all over the board on a lot of stuff. I've seen pistol belts for $20, and I've seen pistol belts and bought pistol belts for $1 or $2, and everything in between. I mean, there's deals to be had, and there's, holy cow, you know, $20 for a canteen cover and cup. It's just the prices are all over the board, mostly because of the amount of surplus that's out there. I mean, it's just a crazy market. It makes a very good business, mostly because you have a quality product. Pretty much everybody in America and quite a number of countries outside America are familiar with surplus. They know how they know the standards that the military makes their stuff to, and those standards are usually pretty high, and as a result you get very quality equipment out of the military stuff, which can, despite quality, can be of varying degrees of usefulness. Obviously, a folding shovel is going to be pretty useful to somebody who goes out in the woods quite often, but let's say, what's a good example? I keep coming back to this one, but the 40mm grenade pouch, unless you've got a 40mm pyro grenade or some, M203 with the legal grenades in them, you don't really need an open bottom pouch. I think you can use it for an axe carrier or something like that. But so there's varying degrees of usefulness of surplus, but on the whole, the products are all pretty quality. They can take a lot of abuse before they get run into the ground, as it were. So it's really a good business to be in. Also, another byproduct of having quality gear is that it's great for collecting. It's going to last a long time. I once had a canteen cup, and I kicked myself for selling it, verified from World War I. An original U.S. canteen cup from World War I. It was, I think, 96 years old at the time I had it. I could have scoured it out, bleached it, soaped it, and used it, because it was built to last. I mean, it was still shiny. 96 years on, it was still usable. So as in that respect, surplus is great for collecting. Lots of people have World War II gear collections. A lot of the issue is the markings wear off, that sort of thing, with age, but the stuff's pretty durable. I mean, the ammo can I showed off on Monday, 1954, it's still perfectly usable, still waterproof, and everything. It's been around for 60 years almost. So that's, surplus is just, it has, because of the quality, it's great for collecting, and it's great for buying and selling. If you're going to start a surplus business, or thinking of starting a surplus business like I have, it's a great product because you don't really have to sell it. It kind of sells itself because everybody's familiar with it, and it's good quality stuff. So surplus, it's always a good buy. The cheaper you can get it, the better. But usually you're getting a quality product for whatever you're paying for it. Anyways, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I'll put the link for the Facebook page down in the bottom in the description, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Let's see what I find over the weekend. See if there's any cool stuff. Maybe I'll throw in a few items from my collection, or maybe not. If you have ideas on what I should talk about next Friday, feel free to drop them in the comments or on the Facebook page, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend.